Good evening. Just a wrap up of the work session and the council meeting for the City of Grand Rapids. Actually a very quick meeting tonight. We were a little late in getting started. We had a closed meeting, but what we did do is in the work session we discussed the policy of take-home vehicles within the city. Our public works director and our one that works at the airport have vehicles that they take home, and how do we account for that from a tax standpoint. We needed to clean that up so that we were compliant. We know that we've been doing it, but we did not have that formally in our city policy. So going forward, that will be coming for council approval on how we deal with that. Short consent agenda, only 6 items on there. We're going to sell some impounded and forfeiture vehicles at the Mid-State Auto Sales. We modified an amendment with the Itasca County HRA as it relates to Beacon Hill. For those of you that don't recall, Beacon Hill is a cooperative arrangement between 7 entities within our jurisdiction area, you know, whether it's Kutaska, the city, Grand Rapids HRA, the county HRA, trying to think who some of the other ones are on that, human rights, of moving a project forward from a housing standpoint in Grand Rapids. We were successful in applying for and getting the funding for that Beacon Hill project, so we're moving forward with that. Department head report tonight was by A.J. Morris, our outgoing fire chief. A.J. had come on at a time as a transition period. As you recall, about a year ago, our fire chief took a job down in the Twin Cities, and A.J. come on board for a year and to help develop and train and get future leaders ready to come on board and take over the leadership responsibilities in the fire department. So with that, he felt that we had people in line that were trained. Tonight, council took action on Mike Liebel, and who will, as of March 3rd, take over the reins as the fire chief with the city of Grand Rapids. And first off, we wish AJ well on his phasing out of the fire chief's position and for his service, you know, to the fire department. And we wish well to Mike, which is by council member Christie's acknowledgement through an email, as the first father-son fire chiefs that we've had in the city of Grand Rapids. So we wish Mike well. This year it's down a little bit. We only had 138 fire calls. We actually had 216 calls, but 78 of them were responded to by officers only, so they don't count as far as an official fire call out. Community development was in this evening. Majestic Pines has been working with us under TIF financing. You've probably all seen the project as you go out Golf Course Road, the beautiful complex out there that they built. Part of that was under some TIF, and we restructured that issuance of their increment revenue note out there, and that was approved. It came in a little bit less. It was expected initially at $402,000, came in at $385,000, so we took care of that business as well. Police department was in. Chief Johnson talked a little bit about the advisory group as the city moves forward, looking at how we are going to respond and what role that group can take from a support standpoint and from feedback. We're excited to see that this is moving forward. It's going to be, I believe, a 7-person a board that will go out and they will look at any number of issues, and they will come back through the chief and through our city administrator, give us some recommendations on improved communications, improved processes, and an improved and more effective PD going forward. We have a very effective one right now, but as any organization should be looking at positive changes that can help them continue to move forward in those type of directions. We paid some bills. We're looking forward to getting together again in 2 weeks. Not sure that people are aware, but we've been saving some money out there. The roads have been pretty good. Our Public Works Department unusually are out there doing some things that you wouldn't expect, you know, in a February time frame. I've seen them out there trimming some trees along some of the boulevards to eliminate, you know, the potential of branch or something coming down on a power line. So normally you would think they would be out there cleaning the streets, but with the lack of snow, they've been doing other things. They are busy, but it is a positive. It's a detriment to snowmobilers and stuff and the boom that could bring to Grand Rapids. But from a city financial standpoint, not moving a bunch of this snow has been good for the Public Works budget. So with that, we look forward to seeing everyone in 2 weeks.